Ironious? He's nuts, and he gives off real main villain energy. Why would you believe anything that creepy ghoul factory has to say?
Yeah, and who the heck let him into the sprawl? That guy should be fired. It was probably Randy, wasn't it? He's a useless guy. Hey guys.
You got a call. There may or may not be something strange going on in your general vicinity.
Yeah?
Who are you now?
Ghost finders.
Ghost finders. Oh, like on Phasmophobia. Those sort of ghost finders. I'm gonna talk to the guy with the mustache.
Ghost finders? So what, you find ghosts?
That's right.
Nice.
People call us when they suspect some paranormal activities. We come in and we find out what's what.
So you are Phasmophobia employees. Let's I'm gonna trust that.
Whoa, that's cool, I guess. I always heard that ghosts don't exist.
Yeah, it's written in the book.
That is what all the experts say.
And they are experts.
And the scholars.
And the historians.
And just about everyone else around the sprawl. But are you sure they don't?
I'm not sure
I
they
mean,
don't.
I'm pretty sure.
But you know, yeah.
But
Since the
not
book,
100%?
I'm more like 98% sure.
Well, not 100.
Say?
Boom! Ghost finders at your service.
Boom. Ghost finders. I kind of want to do the truth spray on them to see if they're full of bullshit or not. Let's do truth spray.
It's common knowledge that there's no such thing as ghosts, but people will pay a pretty penny to commune with their lost loved ones. If we provide a bit of comfort to people in need, what's the harm?
That's kind of sus.
Especially if they've happened to prepare a little dinner as well. Maybe some finger foods. Hard to get a proper home-cooked meal these days, and typically there's some food to go around after a death.
Wow. These guys are heartless. Let's talk to this guy.
Alright, letting go of the fact that I'm almost positive that ghosts aren't real, how would you find them?
Exactly.
It takes an incredible amount of energy to find wraiths, specters, and other phantom apparitions, you know.
Yeah? I've heard of the raves. You just put salt, right? And they can't cross it.
Energy? Like from power crystals?
Yeah, that sort of
Yep.
energy. Okay. If I can trust it,
You can really find ghosts with power crystals?
that's pretty cool.
Sure can. You just drop one in the valve of my trusty Ghostometer 3000 here, and then it whirls around in the proton part, then poof! Ghost found.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Looks like a
I wonder
toaster.
if I could find a ghost with my power crystal.
That would be cool. It was hinting at finding a ghost with my power crystal. There's probably an item that I can do that with. Should I reverse time and try? It is the last person and I've got 3 more rewinds. I'm gonna do it. Since I've been rewind frivolous and got 3 stars on everything because of it, I'm gonna do it with these guys too. I'm not even gonna see the result of doing something with them. Hey
We got
guys.
a call. There may or may not be something strange going on in your general vicinity.
I think you need a better catchphrase.
Who are you now?
Ghost finders.
Ghost finders. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Who you gonna call? Ghost finders. Let's try the X-ray. I've got 2 uses of that. Maybe the whip. I doubt the whip would reveal a ghost. But the only thing I'm thinking of is the X-ray or the decoder ring. I'm going to try the X-ray first because there's 2 crystals. There's a big space behind. Oh, that's very sus. Uh-oh. Ghost. I think they need a 3rd edition of this book.
Right behind you.
Ghosts are real. And it's the king of all ghosts.
Nice try, kid. You gotta wake up pretty early to get the jump on the ghost finders.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look for yourself if you don't believe me.
Exactly.
Oh my god! A ghost!
Ah! Let's get out of here!
My hour is almost come.
Ooh.
Alas, poor ghost.
King.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing. Revenge my foul and most unnatural murder.
I knew it wasn't a natural death.
Murder? Who done it?
Who done it?
That villainous mage Tyronius Athanatos.
Oh, I knew we were up to no good.
How?
Yeah, how did he do it?
With juice of cursed Hebanon in a vial, and in the porches of mine ears did pour the leprous distilment.
What? So he poured a vial of juice into your ear?
He poured poison in your ear? That's a really weird way to kill someone.
It really is.
Remember me.
Okay.
Whoa, I knew that Tyronius was no good, but this is another level.
Yeah, this is next level crazy. 4 stars. You were visited by the actual ghost of King Oswin, and you've learnt more about the full extent of Tyronius's evil plans. Dun dun dun. I think that was well worth the rewind. Oh, it's this guy.
It is imperative that you invite me in. The sun is coming up.
Hmm. Who is this?
After our last interaction, you know, the one where you badgered me with questions, but then let me in.
Oh yeah, I remember, but I did regret letting you in because you stuck like you started like some sort of organ, black market organ thing going on.
I met
If I
my
remember
lovely
correctly.
bride, Myrna, who now waits for me with a group of our close friends and family to tie the knot in the vampire crypt. Please, invite me in for eternal love's sake.
Oh man. Should I invite him in? Oh no. Let's go for more info. Oh, this could kill him. Cause the sun, I can see the sun. Let's try
It
one
just
more.
sounds so creepy when you ask me to invite you in. Like every human instinct tells me not to. Just give me more to work with, Heine.
Yeah, exactly.
Heinrich. Well, Lil, as you may or may not know, in addition to being a vampire, yes, I said it, I am a chiropractor for creatures of the night. We feel pain too. Good lumbar support is rare these days.
Okay. Continue.
Well, I wish to continue to be a pillar of my community. I wish to marry the love of my life, Myrna, and we hope to start a family together someday.
You know what? I would like to know how a vampire makes a family, but I reckon it's like I don't know, some sort of blood sacrifice or something, right? You gotta like feed the blood to the person after you drain them of their blood. That's some sort of vampire bull crap. Should I let him in? I might, you know, cause like a vampire uprising if I let him in. You know what? I'm gonna say I've heard enough and let him in.
I think I've got enough to go on now.
Yeah.
Finally, I can still make it.
And deny. You know, I let you in the first time, I'm gonna let you in this time.
Don't make me regret this, Heinrich. I invite you into the sprawl to get creepy married.
Yep. Enjoy.
You have just completely redeemed yourself, Lil. My love, I'm coming.
You got this, my guy. Who am I to stand in the way of love? It just went darker. Ooh, so close. 30 gold. It's this guy. This guy. I'm not rewinding all the way to the start to find out her true story. She seems sus as hell. I guess I had to use the truth serum on her or something. But I guess we'll find out in the end credits. So let's just read through all her things. She's definitely a witch, but which kind of witch? There may have been more to her story. Tree monster. You connected Striker to her stompiest, thwompiest new recruit in the defense of the sprawl. Good for you. Zombies. They're harmless, but on average you did the right thing. Mole person. You heard the details of the tunnel plan finally coming to fruition. Remember? The one we first told you about on level 8? Go you! Stabberfer. You exorcised the demon inhibiting this undead serial killer. Bravo. Ghost Finders. You were visited by the actual ghost of King Oswin, and you learned more about the full extent of Tyronius's evil plans. Dun dun dun. Nice. We did good. We did good. Okay, anywhere we can go here? No. I guess going back home. Uh-oh. They do not look happy. Tacos! I was promised tacos.
Let me guess. We're finally gonna have the best friend taco party I've been dreaming about since level 5.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the tacos.
Excuse me, what?
You're not a part of this, Chuck.
Yeah. You're not part of the tacos. She owes me tacos. I was promised tacos.
Lil, I have something important to discuss with you.
What is
Desi,
it?
I know we talked about this, but are you sure? Lil's done a lot for us.
Uh-oh. Wait, what is with her necklace?
I am not having this conversation again. It is entirely inappropriate what you've been put through. That is why tomorrow will be your last guard shift.
Okay. Finally!
This is what I've been saying. But, we're at war. I've been doing a good job, I think. I feel like in lots of little ways have been, I don't know, changing the course of fate.
Yes, you have indeed. You've changed them for the worse. This is why a child should not be in charge of anything.
This sounds very... She sounds possessed. How have you not
Sure,
noticed?
She's a kid, and no, it's probably not fair, but she's proven she's more than meets the eye plenty of times. You were the reason I asked her to uncover the spy in the GLA.
Exactly.
True as that may be, it's time she was relieved of her duty.
I'm confused. I'm not gonna roll over. I can see something is clearly wrong. You know, she's acting way out of character for the princess, right? She would have at least laughed at the taco joke.
Where is all of this coming from? I thought we were, friends.
Exactly.
Friends! With you? Someone who has been acting in her own self-interest against the crown? Tyronius has told me the true nature of your character.
Oh, wow.
Tyronius? He's nuts, and he gives off real main villain energy. Why would you believe anything that creepy ghoul factory has to say?
Yeah, and who the heck let him into the sprawl? That guy should be fired. It was probably Randy, wasn't it? He's a useless guardsman. He shouldn't have reinstated his
Because he has accepted
employment.
the role as my advisor.
Wow.
He's your 4th advisor?
Unbelievable.
4th, and perhaps only, if the other 3 remain so utterly useless.
You're gonna
Unbelievable.
fire Stryker? I mean, I get Shit Cannon Ash and Malcolm, but don't you think it's better to, have multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions?
Yeah, I think it is a good idea.
Not anymore. And neither does Tyronius. He also thinks it is time for this little game to be over.
Dude, I don't like Tyronius.
These don't sound like your words.
No, definitely not.
She's right, honey. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. I have made my decision. Tomorrow will be your final shift. We will not suffer those who speak against the Queen of the Sprawl.
Desdemona, listen to yourself.
Exactly.
I will not be spoken to like that by a filthy...
She pauses.
I'm sorry. I'm under so much pressure. I need to lie down. I don't feel quite like myself right now. Lil, I'm sorry, but it's almost time for the end. Chuck, take me home.
What is going on? I'm not going to bed.
This doesn't make any sense. I've worked my ass off for you and the bloody sprawl. Not to mention the idiot triplet advisors, and now you're following that Tyronius asshole's advice? Fine, I quit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't quit. You were already relieved of duty.
Nope, I can quit.
This sucks.
I'm sorry, Lil.
I cannot
I'll
do
try
the
to
last
talk to
day.
her. Good night.
Wow. Can we please remove this necklace? The giant eyeball necklace? Like, what the hell? Ugh, this is not going to go well, is it? Okay, anyway. Which? Lil foiled Brunhild the morally questionables, to say the least, plan to fatten the children of the sprawl with candy and then bake them into pies. The witch left in a huff. Well, that's revealed her plans quite drastically. She took a hard look at her scheme and really thought about why people were so often disgusted at the idea of eating pies made out of children. So she pivoted and created a line of vegan apple pies. Her heart wasn't in it and the pies were fine. Not great, just fine. Fair enough. I mean, vegan apple pies are the kind of apple pies that I tend to go for. You know, because they're apple pies. Scary Tree Monster. Enlisted by Lieutenant Stryker, Mayor Scary Tree Monster was assigned wall guard duty, where he was free to stomp and thwomp to his moss-covered heart's content. While he enjoyed himself immensely at first, he had a nagging feeling that there was somewhere he was supposed to be. His big meeting at the Sprawl City Hall. How could he have forgotten? Lieutenant Stryker had tricked Mayor Scary Tree Monster. She knew he could be distracted employing his lover's stomping and thwomping long enough to miss a vote on a controversial new bill. A bill that included, among other things, plans to cut down his Darkwood forest on the outskirts of Kaladar. Mayor Scary Tree Monster arrived at City Hall too late to stop Bill. Used Darkwood forest lumber to build orphanages for sick and injured children separated from their parents by the war and help them get their parents back from being signed into law. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm kind of glad. I don't know. I mean, the entire forest shouldn't have to be chopped down, right? Maybe. But, you know, if it's to build orphanages for sick and injured children separated by the parents by the war and to help them get the parents back, seems to be a pretty good law. Well, the title seems pretty good. Maybe the law is absolute bullcrap. This was the lowest point in Mayor Scary Tree Monster's political career. Fair enough. Zombies. As the zombie horde meandered away from the sprawl, one of the undead amblers strayed from the pack. This zombie found himself wandering into a party at a beach house on the crystal shores of Lake Inns. Amazingly, he was the former owner of the house and was quickly recognized by two of his former employees at the party. They knew that guests would be alarmed at seeing their former friend in his current zombified form, so they came up with the a harebrained scheme to pretend that he wasn't a zombie and began to move him from room to room, waving and nodding him at all the unsuspected party guests. I understand this reference. It is an amazing reference. If any of you's ever seen Weekend at Bernie's, this is it. This is what it's referring to.
Bernie? All right. Okay. Look me in the eye. 50,000. Yes, yes, yes! I knew it! Thank you, Bernie! Thank you so much! This guy's like family. You're beautiful.
Unfortunately, since he was a zombie and not just the corpse, this whimsical reenactment of the movie Weekend at Bernie's took a dark turn. The zombie immediately bit his two former employees, turning them both into brain-hungry monsters. The three spent the remainder of the party biting and turning the other guests. That zombie would have been the perfect host, except for one small thing. He was undead. Oh boy. Full person. With the arrival of Poxitani Polly, the build a secret tunnel to get supplies from the outside plan could officially get underway. The project was completed in record time, with team leader Polly attributing some of its success to having had the opportunity to unpack and talk through the secret plan on his way into the city. Ah, that's nice. For the first time in months, substantial amounts of food made its way into the sprawl. Also, probably related to Poxitani Phil from Groundhog Day, right? Maybe? Could be. Could be. Stabitha. Decoding the hex on Stabitha Greaves' heart exorcised the demon and freed her soul from its clutches. In death, she was finally at peace. Stabitha's former friends, the counsellors from the outdoor wilderness camp at Lake Scream and Die, ended their summer contracts and went home, but they were plagued by the guilt they felt for their part in Stabitha's death. Could they really just go back to their normal lives after what they've done? Probably not, but you know, guilt is a good punishment for guilty, I guess. But you know. Also, getting a taste of their own medicine is probably also good. But, you know, I stopped her from murdering other folk, which she was clearly doing on her way to Lake Screaming Death. So I think I did an overall better job. 1 year later, they met back up at Lake Screaming Die. They were all starting to crack under the weight of their secret. In fact, Assistant Head Counselor Mitch Morrison suggested they all turn themselves in. He couldn't live with it anymore. He needed to tell the authorities what they had done last summer to assuage his guilty conscience. But the others didn't like this plan. They knew they couldn't let Mitch confess to their crimes. They had to silence him. With 2 murders now on their hands, the group of camp counselors went their separate ways once again, ensured that the secret was safe. For now. The demon Lil had exorcised from Stabitha found a perfect new home in Mitch Morrison, and the cycle continues. God dang it. The Ghost Finders. The Ghost Finders were never again able to replicate their trick of making the ghost of King Oswin appear, nor were they able to convince anyone that they actually did it in the first place. As a result, the duo was forcibly committed to the Sisters of Charity Psychiatric Hospital for the differently minded and delusional. Fair enough. I mean, there is a couple of scam artists. Count Henrik von Pierre. Count Henrik von Pierre's wedding started beautifully, until that pesky Van Helsings showed up and killed the obvious vampire just before sunrise. which would have been the most romantic part in the ceremony. Wait, what? Van Helsing? Helsing, that's a different guy, right? This Henrik. Okay, so it was still Henrik, so he wasn't lying to us, it was some other guy that showed up. I don't know if Van Helsling's someone that I know, maybe. On the plus side, Myra Herkin was freed from the Count's curse and control and eventually rekindled a romance with her old fling, Jonathan. They got married and had a son named Quincy. They were a very boring family. The Sprawl lost one of its best chiropractors that night. Rest in peace, Heinrich. You were too beautiful for this world. Oh man. Poor Heinrich. He did nothing wrong.
And the already spread-thin guard force is calling it the worst night of, and I quote, creepy shit they've ever seen on St. Swithin's Day.
I mean, there was a stomping, swamping tree man.
A few guards trying their darndest to keep things together inside our fair city walls, just go up and give them a hug, because Po Buddy's nerfect. I'm sorry, there appears to be a typo in that last statement. You're listening to the Morning Crawl, where
I like how you didn't
playing
correct
any
it.
of today's top hit music, because we will be keeping all frequencies clear in the event of an emergency broadcast. This is Dodger, signing off alone because all of my animal co-hosts were turned into food rations.
Wow. Poor guy, poor guy. Anyway, I think we're gonna leave it here today. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying playing it. And I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.